Hey guys, what's up? It's Camray and I'm back with your Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review for the week. Alright, so we got a few things to get into. This episode was chock full of drama. And parts of it seemed like transitional stuff for the next episode, but we're gonna get into it anyway. So K Michelle is with Moniece, meeting with the doctor to get her butt shots taken out. There was a special on BET about women with butt shots and how they've gone wrong, and you know, it was tragic to see, and it's crazy because so many women have gotten them and a lot of them have not suffered through anything, but it just makes you wonder if their demise is coming. Like, K Michelle went to the same doctor the first time she went as Amber Rose and all these other famous people, and we haven't heard anything about Amber Rose. So did Amber Rose maintain it differently? Did her body just react to it differently? I don't know, but K Michelle is doing this ugly cry in the doctor's office. And you know, it sucks when you make a mistake and you can't blame anyone but yourself. It's really boils down to how K Michelle felt about herself, and she didn't think enough of herself to just leave her body alone. So yeah, she's in the hospital with Moniece and they are setting up that reduction appointment. Lyrica and Apple Watts are in the dance studio with the poles and dancing together. I guess they're buddies now, and I'm like, Lyrica, how did you just befriend Apple Watts that fast? But they're doing a recap. Apple Watts wants to know about all the drama that happened with A1, Lyrica, and Rockstar, because you know Apple Watts does a great job of not involving herself, and Lyrica says that's what sets her apart from La Britney, because she apologized to her, she made amends with her, made sure she knew what was good, what she was there for, and it was not for her man with the gel nail polish. But La Britney didn't have the same respect. I'm just trying to figure out, what does La Britney have to apologize for when she first meets you? She's gonna be dancing on stage because she's a dancer. That's what she does, Lyrica. Now I can understand apologizing for the disrespect after, but she wouldn't have been disrespectful had you not rolled up on her like that, all for being a dancer. So they're able to commiserate on the daddy issues, all right? Apple Watts' dad, she realized her dad has 4 other kids who were raised just fine, but when her mom, I guess, I don't know if she got locked up, I don't know if she passed on, I don't know, but Apple Watts got taken up by the system, and Apple Watts is harboring a lot of resentment towards her father, because it's like, you just left me, you got these other 4 kids who were doing great, and I was left in the system. You know, she's crying, she's telling Lyrica about it. I'm mixing this with the scene later on, but she's telling Lyrica about it, and if you guys remember, Lyrica has not met her father, but she's always wanted to. So I'm just like, did y'all just connect these two because of that? I don't know. I always be wondering how Mona Magic works. She just, it all somehow connects, all these 6 degrees, 8 degrees of separation. One thing that Apple Watts said that resonates with all of us that didn't have that relationship with our biological fathers is she feels uncomfortable when she's around him because she's grown. So he's trying to be in her life now, but she's grown. So it's like all her memories are from childhood and how she had to struggle and how she had to learn how to do without. So now as a grown adult, how is she gonna learn how to do with? So Tierra Marie, y'all remember she had all that weight on her, so she's been looking good, she's been losing the weight, but I feel like she is idolizing Akbar. He is helping her work out. He's helping her in the studio. He's helping her shoot a music video. He's helping her with her addiction, with her rehab. Like, please don't idolize these men. Like, be your own person, be interested in the man, but don't idolize no man. That's one of the 10 commandments. So you can just see Akbar's love for, I mean, clearly Tierra Marie is translating it as love for her, but it's clearly love for women. And so Brooke Paris and Bridget are getting their hair done. I didn't see the stylist touch Brooke's hair one time. One stylist, she had dimples, she was real pretty. But Paris comes in late, she's got the tea. So not only is Brooke crazy talking about the market stuff, Paris comes in talking about the Tierra Akbar stuff. Now I'm noticing Bridget don't really have a storyline. I mean, she's playing assistant and playing just the friend to bounce everything off of. She could have requested that because of how how crazy she looked last season. Y'all remember she was like stirring the pot, causing a lot of drama, and this season we got to hear her sing, and she's just kind of been like the front. Anyway, Paris is able to find out some information about Akbar. She's sharing it, and Brooke lets us know she knows Akbar, and she is fully hip to his game. He's a womanizer, he's a player, and there's more women in the picture. Speaking of picture, the one that Paris shows is not the girl that Brooke seen him with. It's a whole different girl. So we're finding out that Akbar likes to play. He's a polygamist, like I said last week, unbeknownst to Tierra. One thing that A1 was saying was that Lyrica showed loyalty to him when it was a fight between Rockstar and him, but I don't know if A1 knows that Lyrica's the one that put the battery in Rockstar's back to begin with. She was over there spilling all the beans, telling all your flaws and all to him, so that gave him the ammunition to act the way that he did. So check that before you just talking about Lyrica's just so supportive and loyal. So Rockstar is meeting with this girl. She's a very pretty girl, makeup, hair together. Nothing that I can say looks bad off top. The girl's name is Amber Diamond. She's already name dropping Cisco's girlfriend, Cisco's ex-girlfriend, and she just trying to get into the music business. So I'm tweeting on Black Twitter, and a lot of people are saying she can't sing, she can't sing. And I'm wondering, like, how do y'all know she can't sing? So the mom walks in. The mom is put together. Mom is the definition of black don't crack. She looks good, hair, makeup good, body good, but she did not come to play. She starts pulling out wads of cash out of her purse, $20,000, to be like, what can you do for us? Rockstar got the nerve to be talking about $100,000 for a track. I ain't heard no Rockstar on the beat. I heard a Mustard on the beat. I heard of a lot of other people, DJ Khaled. I heard of a lot of people, but I ain't heard of no Rockstar. Now, I'm hearing that he's hot, but I have not heard him on a track. His little punchline. What's his punchline? So anyway, Rockstar is a clown, and I really think Rockstar is great TV. I mean, even the whole scene in the studio where Amber Diamond sounded a mess. We deemed on Twitter that we're gonna call her Amber Zirconium because it's not shining bright. It's very dull. But even in the studio, he's like saying little side stuff and then pressing the button to where he can hear her. Ooh, great, you doing great. You know, he's put her up there with Whitney and Mariah. Like, I mean, he's full of the antics. Very funny, hilarious. He's a clown. He gets on my nerves. We love to hate him, all that stuff. So he's great TV. I don't know what the deal is with Amber Zirconium, but I'm thinking that they only gave all this money because the mama knows she can't sing. But just watching Amber just ramble on and on and on about her music and how she was gonna have a single release party and like just rambling. There's no life in her voice. It kind of reminds me of how Sierra was when she first came on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Just talking through the lines, no personality at all. So the mom's name is Sean Love, and I'm telling you, she did not come to play. She said, no effing around. We here to get this music going, and that is it. Now, as serious as she was, I was saying, you know, you got all these people on YouTube pushing videos, pushing them, full of talent, editing skills, able to get in front of the camera, able to ramble and talk on about different subjects, able to sing, able to play instruments. And then you got this girl with no talent, literally zero talent, and she got all the money to do what it is that she need to do, and so she has access. And that is so sad. All this talent, but they don't have the access because they don't have the funds. Not even they, we don't have the access because we don't have the funds. It was just a moment there that kind of made you like a little upset with our country. K Michelle's in her reduction surgery and her whole behind is on the TV screen. Now I'm thinking K Michelle should have and could have and probably got a fat check for showing all of her on the screen like that. I couldn't really watch it, but I mean, just thinking that she's doing this on TV like this, and it's very emotional. You know, her reasoning for doing it is emotional. Her actually doing it is emotional. Her recovery is emotional because if y'all remember back when they were filming, she was putting out videos saying nobody was there. Moniece was there. Jonathan released a whole video about how he checked on her or why he wasn't there. You know, we always forget, you know, that when people aren't there for you, you just think about what you're going through, but you forget people might be going through their own stuff, or hell, just getting done going through with something, or they need to be checked on themselves. And I don't know if K Michelle realizes that. Moniece was giving her good advice about forgiving herself and doing things for herself and not always expecting people to be there and counting on other people to be there. And that's a hard lesson to learn when you're used to being, I mean, she was super popular in college, you know, she's used to being the life of the party, used to having crowds and crowds around her. So it's hard to learn that sometimes a crowd is just not needed. Sometimes all the support that you need is you and the Lord. You don't need all the extra. And it's hard to learn that, especially when you're going through stuff. You know, she's got scars, she's got, I think it was a catheter, like she has a lot going on, very serious stuff. And it being on Love and Hip Hop, it kind of downplays it. But she's going through some very serious stuff. Apple Watts meets with her dad. I'm confused why she's dressed like that to meet with her dad, but nonetheless, everything she was saying with her dad was valid. Everything. Apple Watts is grown. She's had to struggle to get to where she's at. The sad reality is that most of the time we realize that if the dad had been in her life, she may not have turned out the way that she did. She may not have turned to the things that she turned to. She may not have ended up in the things that she ended up getting into. But then she wouldn't be herself. So, you know, she's crying, she's real emotional and everything, and it's just showing you, it's revealing something that's very prevalent in our community, but she's just hurt, and it just hurt me to kind of see that. But it was very real scene. The best thing, her dad said that he would pay for them to go to counseling so that they could reconcile and kind of get through everything. So that's really good. But this editing, Mona, I was on Twitter and this girl pointed out that Apple Watts had one set of braids and earrings in one scene, and then the next scene she had a fresh set of braids, fresh baby hairs laid, and a different pair of earrings. But it was the same scene with the dad. So I was like, it just made me think of that Ray J situation when his hat kept switching places all over his head. I'm just like, how long do these scenes take to film? If we're trying to keep it true to reality TV, and that's another epiphany I had. Well, it didn't take much to have it, but reality TV is long gone. It's very scripted. They drop certain ideas and themes on the cast to incite different things. So how real is it for real? So I think we've kind of dropped that and just renamed Love and Hip Hop a soap opera that we love to watch, and thank God that it ain't our own lie. Lyrica and A1 meet up and they're ready to bury the hatchet. Lyrica looks him in the eye and she says that she's sorry, and she said that that rumor was not true. She never did that. And I'm just thinking, oh, A1's so thankful that she finally came out with it and wonders why it took so long. Well, I'm gonna tell you why it took so long. Because y'all wanted to stretch out this storyline over, what is this, the 6th episode now? That's why it took so long. It was about the drama. So if it didn't happen, which I'm still wondering if she was telling the truth, because in the next episode we see it was a full meetup with Safari, Ray J, all of them at a Scarface looking table, Godfather looking table. So we'll see. But anyway, she's apologizing to him, and you know, he's thanking her for her loyalty through the Rockstar situation, still not realizing that she only cleaned up her own mess. And then she tells him that she's pregnant, and you know, he's happy for a minute, and then he remembers that he totally dragged her name to his family, and now he's got to go back to them and say we're back together. And that is a lesson that we all learn the hard way. Do not go to your family, your loved ones, your friends, and drag the person that you're with, because then when you guys get back on good terms, the family is still mad at him, and now you have to go back and tell them that y'all are good. So it's just like, you learn that. That's not just something that you have to be told. A lot of times we try it and we think that will be different, and then we realize it's not different. So we all learn that. You learn that over time. It's okay. But Lyrica and A1 having to learn it in front of this camera and all millions of viewers. Sorry. Brooke is dress shopping, and y'all know from the season recap or the season premiere, the little video we saw in the beginning of the season, we know that Brooke is gonna try to do this surprise wedding. We know that Brooke is crazy. Bridget confirms, we all know she's crazy. But Bridget is playing assistant, and she's shopping for dresses, Brooke's shopping for dresses, and it was just like a little filler scene. But you know, they're calling the mama in, Marcus' mama in, and I'm like, Marcus has got to know. Like, I don't even know how I would be able to sleep at night not knowing what's next. Like, she Brooke is so heavy with the antics that is comical if you ain't with her. Like, I bet her friends have a great time, but if you're dealing with her on a serious level, I would be afraid. Be very afraid. So Paris is up to her schemy ways. She sets up some workout session with yet another one of Akbar's side chicks, and she's in her gym. Now this looked like just a suite that she rented out, that she paying for monthly. But I mean, you know, I believe in dreams. So if you try to make this a little gym, go right ahead. But she's helping her work out, and Paris is giving her this crazy look. All I see is lashes just looking up at this girl. But Nikki comes in, not looking like she about to sweat at all. And you know, the girl quickly realizes what they're there for, and she says, yeah, I'm Akbar's girl, and yeah, I know he's married. And clearly we see that this man is a womanizer. He's got a whole team. And does Tierra realize she's on a team? Probably not. But Paris and Nikki got the juice, they got the sauce, they got the tea, and now they about to go take it to Tierra. The bad thing is Tierra's always being made a fool of on Love and Hip Hop. I just don't get it. She can't win. I need you to be at these table reads, making it prevalent, making it known. You want to be taken seriously on this show. You want to be in a Cayman, no. You want to be in a I don't know who's taken seriously on the show anymore, at least not on this franchise. So the food fight of the season. A1's family, guys, I need someone to point out, to say something, to fix it. Just fix it. Okay, from the wigs on A1's mama, they're just such contrasting wigs and such like boldly wrong wigs. The daughter-in-law or the sister-in-law, her wig wasn't that bad. I mean, it was blue, but it wasn't that bad. Y'all, they couldn't even, Lyrica and A1 couldn't even pull their chairs out good. And here, Lloyd come saying, why you still with her? I thought you was getting a divorce. Now I wanted to say, hold on, boo. Now, in the lines it says pause, wait for them to be seated, wait till the drinks are ordered. I mean, he didn't waste no time diving into the scene. So they all are attacking Lyrica, and you know, A1 just don't even get a chance. He just, wow, like very dry, monotone. And I'm just like, get your family. They are showing out. I mean, Lyrica and the sister-in-law get into it. The sister-in-law is pulling out all kinds of tea, just wasting it all on the table. Girl talk quickly becomes all talk. You know, clearly they don't want him with Lyrica, but they don't have a choice now because she's pregnant. And the bad thing is, I know this is somebody's family somewhere, but it's just bad because this is embarrassing. If not for the wigs only. I mean, they are dragging A1's mother online because of these wigs. That Ronald McDonald wig. Anyway, Lyrica's mama rolls up and they get into it some more. Lyrica holding a chair, they throwing food, it's all kind of cuss words flying. I'm like, how are you pregnant? I mean, obviously it's nothing like fully grown yet inside of you, but I wouldn't even want that type of energy. Like, I would have had to just been on FaceTime, because you already know what his family's like. Some life lessons for this episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Number 1, if you're crazy, own it. Brooke, she definitely owns her crazy. Lesson number 2, keep your business within your relationship. Duke it out with words. Behind those four, or in those 4 walls, if you cannot do that, get you a mediator, get you a counselor. But don't be dragging your man, spouse, partner around, like dragging their name around town and then make up with them. Nobody's gonna take you or y'all serious. Trust. It's a hard lesson, but learn it fast. Beauty, lesson number 3. Beauty is only skin deep. All these alterations that we make to our body, you know, these wigs that we put on, you know, permanent things, doing permanent things to your body, you should really think long and hard on why you're doing it. What is the reason? And if it's for a vain reason, really think about that stuff. Because I wish somebody would have been around to show K Michelle, like, you're beautiful, you don't have to do all this. So luckily, you know, she's coming down and she's healing now, but that's tough. She got lupus, and all because she wanted a bigger butt. That's it. Not because, you know, it hurt her to have a smaller butt, like, all because she wanted a bigger butt. I don't have no more lessons for today because honestly, the show is just for pure entertainment, but y'all know I like to pick out the life lessons to kind of keep us going along. But comment down below what you thought about this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. We are getting closer and closer to that reunion. Actually, we might not be. It might be 12 episodes this season, but we'll see. I just feel like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is chock full of drama, so much to the point that you can tell it's staged, a lot of this stuff, because they don't have the material. But anyway, that's just me. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Camray Music TV. Subscribe to my channel, comment down below, share, like, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.